You can feel it. It is sticky, it is humid, it is hot, and we have monsoon storms building up and some even moving towards the valley. Let's take a live look out right now. Loop 202 in Higley, and yeah, off in the distance, I think I see some rain back there, Tram. You seeing the rain?
Rain shafts.
Yeah,
it looks
rain
like
shafts.
it.
So this was kind of like yesterday. Remember, we had a bunch of dust in the valley, got hit, and kind of the main part of central Phoenix got hit, and then started down in Casa Grande. Started about this time, maybe a little bit later, and it started off in the southeast valley, and here we go again.
Yeah, it got real hazy throughout the entire valley. So this is just the start of what's expected to be a big week for monsoon 2026. This was the scene last night when a wall of dust rolled through the valley.
We have team coverage, and let's start with 12 News journalist Sean Rice and our weather tracker out there. And Lindsay's part of this whole thing as well. All right, Sean, what are you seeing?
Yeah, Tram and Troy, we are taking the 60 east onto the 79, heading south towards Florence. That's where we've seen a lot of clouds forming in the distance. We've seen a little bit of rainfall from our journey from the studios in downtown Phoenix to right where we are, just past Gold Canyon, as if you're heading towards Gila County. So just a little bit of light rainfall. Nothing major by any means, totally drivable. But as you can see, off in the distance here, some pretty significant clouds forming. So I would estimate maybe in 45 minutes to an hour, some of this rainfall that we're seeing here going towards Gila County, now south towards Florence, could be making its way towards the valley. That seems to be where some of the clouds are forming. I will say in our journey out here, as we were looking to our left to where Payson's at, there seemed to be a lot of clouds forming in that direction as well. But just some light rainfall as we're making our journey towards Florence right now.
It seems like this is what happened, Sean. It's kind of what happened yesterday, too. We get the valley kind of surrounded by these big thunderheads, and it comes down to, are they going to make it in? Are they just going to blow dust on us? Are they going to put rain on us? You're heading towards one right now, it looks like.
Right.
And it's probably heading towards you.
Yeah, we're heading towards Florence right now on the 79 South. The roads are certainly slick. This rain's been down here in this area for maybe 20 or 30 minutes. Just a steady downpour. So certainly be careful if you're driving either direction on the 79 towards the 60, or if you're heading from the 60 down towards the Florence area. But certainly some clouds forming, heading from the southeast as they typically do towards the valley. I'd expect maybe some rain impacts in the next 45 minutes to an hour. We'll see. We'll keep tracking it for you.
All right, Sean, thank you so much. Stay safe out there. And, Lindsay, let's get to you now for our forecast. I was camping in Greer over the weekend. A ton of rain was pouring for several hours, obviously making its way towards the valley.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see the track of these thunderstorms this afternoon. What we're going to be focusing our attention on are some of these storms developing across Gila County and Pinal County right now, because you can kind of see this northwesterly movement. So we could see additional blowing dust tonight over the lower deserts, some heavy downpours within these storms. And then the further north you go, the Payson area, as you heard Sean mention, you can see the clouds from the valley up toward Payson, and they are rocking and rolling with a lot of thunderstorm activity along the rim. Right now, we are in a marginal risk, so few of these storms could reach severe limits tonight. Damaging wind gusts a possibility, and with that, we could see some blowing dust. Here's the area where Sean is right now. You can see 79 right here, and some of these storms crossing the 79, traversing the 60, moving toward Gold Canyon and Apache Junction. We have a little bit more building off to the east, which will also cross the 79 just north of Florence. These storms are below severe limits, but they will put down some heavy downpours, and it's possible some of this moisture makes it into the valley, but it's also possible tonight that some of these storms over the lower deserts, you can see very active weather, including a flash flood warning in Tucson right now, and then across southern Pinal County, several thunderstorms moving to the northwest. So blowing dust could be an issue as we go through tonight. Active weather also up near the Oak Creek Canyon area where the pocket fire burn scar is. That's where we have a flash flood warning. It is going to be a very active week of monsoon moisture. This is not the only threat today. We'll talk more about the rest of the week coming up in my full forecast.
All right, Lindsay, and we'll check in with you in just a few minutes here. But yeah, those storms are definitely out there. Camp Verde's even getting hit right now.